I know we all assume Mayo is the next guy. I wouldn't totally keep that as gospel because of just the way this league's heading. And we've talked about the offensive guys, and if you're into analytics, and we know the people within the craft group love analytics, they love numbers. And if it's an offensive trending league and it benefits you as you study this and you look post-Bill, which teams have success in this league? Is it defensive-minded head coach teams or is it offensive-minded head coach teams? And that's not to say that Gerard can't be the guy. I think you sit down with him, too, and you go over, well, how many beliefs are you going to reinstill or sort of have the same things that Bill kept? And if a lot of them are the same, they may want to go in a different direction. I wouldn't keep it as gospel that Mayo's 100% the next guy. And I think it's two plus. I do. I think he's here the next 2 years.
2 plus? What do you mean plus? What's the plus?
I think he's here 2 more years. I think that's the cut date. I don't think it's year to year. I don't think that guy operates year to year. Meaning, I think they would love, as an ownership, to operate year to year. I think Bill wanted some more security.
Okay, so when you say 2 more years, he finishes this season, he coaches next year, and the next year?
And you don't renew after the set. There's no more extensions after that. Correct.
Well, then he would be year to year. But if Curran's report is correct, he's through 24. Then they would just have to give him a 1-year deal to coach the team.
Well, think about it. As you look at retirement too, you got to factor in the way Bill is sort of looking at this too. The whole Marv Levy stuff, and he's already in the 70s, so he's already outlived the whole Marv Levy thing. I'm not going to be Marv Levy coaching in your 70s. Yeah, well, yeah, you are. I want to do this 2 more years after this. That's it. I'm done. There could be that type of, well, we'll get to that point and we'll talk about, no, I think I want to walk after 2 years. I want an end date. I need an end date because I'm like Bill Parcells. I need this game as a drug, but I need to know it ends there. I need to be told, as I tell my players, you're done, you're cut, you're terminated. I need an end date. Some guys need that end date. Or else you just, I want to keep going. I want to keep going. Well, I don't want to coach here. I want to coach elsewhere. No, I think it gives you some guidance personally, too.
I doubt it's year to year. I doubt the team wants it year to year. Because
there's too much uncertainty for players and trying to get other players to come here. If players don't want to play for them.
Well, I just think that they don't operate like that, and they never have. In fact, Robert Kraft has said that.
Yeah.
Told me that when we did the Kraft work interview years ago.
That's you and Jim brought this
up. And a big thing he told me at the time was, listen, Parcells could never give me an answer as to how long he wanted to be here. Mm-hmm. And it was, well, we'll see what it is after the year. And he said, we can't just go year to year.
See, that guy's
how do you have a long-term? How do you have a long-term plan when you've got a coach who's trying to tell you, I want to go year to year? And he said, how can I have you signing contracts or making decisions on a roster when you don't have a commitment to doing the job beyond this season?
See, and Parcells is wired differently than most because he likes to go, get his program up and running, and then bounce. Whether you win or lose, bounce, but get close. Go build it elsewhere. And sort of, spread it out. Harbaugh's a little bit like that, too. Don't forget, Harbaugh went to Stanford. Then he went to, San Francisco. Then he went to Michigan. Now teams are after him now. There's a little bit of that weirdness in Harbaugh. Parcells is a guy that will bounce and walk. He has no problem. It's like, what's that movie, Heat? Right? With Robert.
Hey, what he used to say to us on the yard, don't have anything in your life that you cannot walk away from in 30 seconds flat if you see the Heat coming around the corner.
God damn, you're good. That's unbelievable.
That is stupid how good that is.
It is. You got a sickness, man.
But I kind of agree with you about Mayo. I wouldn't push all my chips in and say he's absolutely going to be the next head coach of this football team.
I think they have. I think they're committed to it. They like him that much.
But if it's years away, there's a lot that can happen.
It's not. It's 1 more year after this.
He can change, though.
He says it's okay. It's the rest of this year, which could be a long year.
Yeah.
It could be all of next year too. There's a lot that can. There's a lot that can happen with the dynamic and the personalities and the feelings that everyone has about each other in that amount of time. What if Mayo were to somehow get a better job offer?
But
for a team that he wants to coach more than the Patriots.
What if LA pops up and you know what? I want to go to LA.
I think it would be difficult. I think he's got roots here. I don't think he wants to leave here. I think this is where he wants to be.
What if Marty Austinford says, come to Arizona. Come live in Scottsdale. We'll give you everything.
I would just say that I think his desire would be to stay here. I think the team wants him to
right
be
now,
here.
yes.
Here's what I would just say. The thing that would get in the way would not be that they decide, you know what, we don't want a defensive-minded coach. We want an offensive-minded coach. I don't think that is what's going to change it. The other things I think are always possible. Someone comes along with a ridiculously great offer that he can't turn down.
Right? For a team that is in a better position than yours?
Right. Has the quarterback, has the building blocks in place, all of that.
A couple of coordinators already in place.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a good play caller. I could be a defensive-minded head coach, which I want to be. Yeah. That's all in play. Everything's in play.
Tommy Curran has that it's over after 2024. And if that's true, that means if they feel the need to move on from him in the offseason, they can. They can. 1 year left on a deal, easy. Can easily move on from a coach with 1 year left on his deal. Dale Arnold had a report yesterday. Did you see his report on this?
I did.
For what outlet?
Himself.
Himself.
Dale Arnold Enterprises. Dale says, sources tell me the Bill Belichick contract is a 3-year extension that also addresses the potential end of tenure, although that could be looked at again in the future. Specific job descriptions were also reportedly laid out. Is he reporting that, or is someone else reporting that?
I don't know.
All right, well, that's what Dale has. I'm just sharing everything that's out there at the moment. Hey, Dale knows people.
Dale's a sharp guy.
Dale absolutely knows people.
He is connected to somebody inside. I know this because he's got a lot of the Brady stuff that I had heard and it matched up. Dale's not trying to stay relevant here. Like, I got to get my name out there. You guys forgot. No, when Dale has something, he puts it out there.
Potential end of tenure. That me
screams my thing of the end, right? Yeah. Hey, here's cut down date, and if it doesn't work out, then I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah, at the end of 2024, if we want out at the end of 2024, we only have to pay you 50% of what we owe you.
That could all be
right, something like that. But I think this 2024 date is real. That at the end of 2024, their obligations to him either cease or significantly decline. That, I think, is real. That's how I felt about it yesterday, hearing that report, the way it was carefully worded. And I just wonder if it means he's locked in for next year. Does that mean they are not even going to consider any changes after this season as a result of whatever 2024 looks like in that deal? That's what I do wonder about.